Capricorn, can you feel it? The air around you has changed. The walls of your present season have started to echo, as if they are whispering that your time here is complete. The ground beneath your feet no longer carries the same rhythm. It's as though life itself is telling you to rise, to prepare, to move. You are standing at the edge of something sacred. A threshold. Behind you lies the story of survival, discipline, and sacrifice. But ahead, just ahead, is the landscape of your destiny, waiting like a promised land that has carried your name since the beginning. This is not a random change. This is not a coincidence. This is a divine relocation, a heavenly call that demands you to pack your bags, not because you are running from where you are, but because you are being carried toward where you belong. There is a shift happening in the unseen, a stirring that tells your spirit, you cannot remain here any longer. You were not born to settle in half-built places. You were not designed to linger in unfinished chapters. The author of your life is turning the page, and the ink is already flowing into a new beginning. So I ask you, Capricorn, will you listen to the whisper that says, "Get ready, your destiny awaits"? Will you dare to move when heaven says move? Write these words in the comments to seal it in your heart. I am ready for my relocation. Let it be your declaration. Let it echo as you step into this message, because what you are about to hear is not just guidance, it is confirmation. Stay with me until the end, because every chapter ahead will be like a stone on a path. One by one, they will lead you to the understanding of why the universe has chosen this exact moment to whisper to you. Capricorn, pack your bags, it's time. Capricorn, lately you've been feeling it. A quiet unease that sits with you even in the stillness of your days. The walls around you, once familiar, now seem too narrow, too small, as though life itself is pressing in on you, urging you forward. You tell yourself it's only exhaustion, perhaps stress from carrying too much. Yet in the silence of your own heart, you sense it's something greater. Your spirit is no longer content where it once settled. It paces within you like a lion kept behind bars, strong, restless, unwilling to be confined. This stirring is not a sign of failure, nor a curse placed upon you. It is the signal of preparation, the soft voice of destiny pulling at the invisible thread tied to your soul, reminding you that your story is not finished here. The space you stand in today cannot hold the magnitude of who you are becoming. You are expanding, Capricorn, and with every breath, the old life feels tighter. That is why your sleep has been lighter, filled with strange dreams or sudden awakenings in the night. That is why conversations you once enjoyed now feel shallow, lacking the depth your soul craves. That is why places that once comforted you now feel heavy, almost foreign, as though they are pushing you out. You are not imagining it. You are outgrowing it. Spiritually, emotionally, and even physically, you are reaching beyond the limits of this current season. Heaven, in its wisdom, will never allow you to remain in a space that dishonors the greatness planted within you. The discomfort is not there to harm you. It is there to make sure you do not settle for less than what was written in your destiny. Capricorn, this restlessness is your sign. It is the compass of your soul pointing to a horizon you cannot yet see, but are already being drawn toward. Capricorn, when destiny calls you to relocate, it does not only ask for your body to move, it asks for your spirit to be ready. Packing your bags is more than filling a suitcase with clothes. It is the careful choosing of what belongs in the future and what must be laid to rest in the past. You see, not everything can travel with you. Some people you once held close may not have the strength, the vision, or the faith to walk into the new season with you. Some habits, once harmless, now feel heavy, like weights around your ankles. And even deeper, some fears, the fear of not being enough, the fear of failing, the fear of standing alone, cannot enter the gate of your destiny. These must be folded up and left behind, like old clothes that no longer fit the shape of who you are becoming. This is the true packing process, deciding what to carry and daring to release what has expired. It is not always easy. There will be moments when your heart wants to cling to what feels familiar, even when it no longer gives you life. But hear this, If you cling to what has ended, you will miss what is beginning. Capricorn, destiny cannot move you forward if your bags are overloaded with yesterday's burdens. Your journey cannot be light if you are still dragging chains that belong to an old chapter. Ask yourself honestly, what am I still carrying that has no place in my future? What am I holding that no longer serves who I am becoming? For some of you, it may be a relationship that drains your peace. For others, it may be a way of thinking that keeps you doubting yourself. For others still, it could be guilt, regret, or shame from the past. These cannot fit into the suitcase of your tomorrow. They will only weigh you down. Your relocation is not only about a new address, a new job, or a new opportunity. It is about transformation. It is about who you will be when you arrive. When you pack for destiny, you are not just preparing to change your surroundings, you are preparing to step into a higher version of yourself. So travel light, Capricorn. Carry wisdom, carry courage, carry faith. Leave behind fear, leave behind doubt, leave behind the shadows of yesterday. For the road ahead has no room for unnecessary baggage. Capricorn, destiny has a way of calling you into places where the road is not drawn, where the signs are not visible, and where certainty feels far away. This is the truth. Destiny rarely gives you a detailed map. It does not unfold every step in front of you. Instead, it leans close to your spirit and whispers, "Trust me, step forward." The road will appear under your feet. This is why relocation often feels frightening. The thought of stepping into a place you have never known can fill you with questions. You may not know what city will hold you. You may not know the faces of the people who will meet you there. You may not even know what kind of work or opportunity will open for you. And yes, the thought of leaving behind the small securities you've built, whether it's a routine, a job, or familiar surroundings, can feel like losing your balance. But hear this clearly. The unknown is not empty. It is already prepared for you. What looks like uncertainty to you is already certainty in the eyes of heaven. What feels hidden to you is already revealed in the plan written for your life. The path has been carved long before your feet began to move toward it. Think of the Israelites when they were called to leave Egypt. They had no maps in their hands. They were not given step-by-step instructions. What they had was a promise that the land ahead would be theirs and that God would go with them. That promise carried them through wilderness and storms, through fear and doubt. And in the end, the promise was enough. So too with you, Capricorn. Your promise is enough. The soil of the unknown is not barren. It is rich, fertile ground. It holds the harvest you have been waiting for. It is the place where the seeds of your faith will finally take root and grow. Do not let fear convince you that stepping into the unknown is dangerous. The greater danger is in refusing to move and becoming trapped in a season that no longer belongs to you. The unknown is not designed to break you. It is designed to shape you. It is where you will discover strengths you didn't know you carried. It is where new connections, new resources, and new doors will open. Capricorn, trust this truth. Even if you cannot see the full journey, you are not walking it alone. Each step forward is guided, each turn is protected, and each obstacle is already accounted for. The unknown path is the soil where your promised harvest waits, and soon it will bloom before your very eyes. Capricorn, no relocation is ever just about places. It is also about people. Every divine move comes with divine appointments, carefully arranged long before you even knew you would need them. When destiny shifts you, it does not send you into a land that is empty. It sends you into a place where connections, friendships, and helpers are already waiting. There are strangers you have never met who are about to become allies. People whose faces you may walk past on an ordinary day, not knowing that one simple conversation with them could open a door you've been knocking on for years. It could be a meeting at work, an unexpected introduction, or even a brief encounter that plants the seed for something life-changing. Some of the people you are about to meet were positioned years in advance. Their steps were aligned, their choices guided, so that at the right time, your paths would cross. They are not accidents. They are pieces of a divine puzzle, carrying something you need for your journey. Just as you carry something they have been waiting for. You will recognize them, Capricorn, not by titles or appearances, but by the way they stir something inside you. When they speak, it will feel as though your spirit is being reminded of something familiar, as though they've known you long before your first word was spoken. There will be a sense of recognition, a quiet confirmation that they are part of your next chapter. And this is your reassurance. You will not walk this road alone. The fear of isolation, the worry of being unsupported, lay them down. Heaven assigns helpers to every relocation. There will be those who guide, those who open doors, those who pray for you in silence, and those who walk beside you as companions. Capricorn, when you arrive at your new place, you will see that God has already prepared a network of people waiting to receive you. And just as you are stepping into your destiny, they too will see their destiny unfold through the connection with you. Capricorn, destiny never comes without a price. And the truth is, relocation is not just about stepping into something new. It is also about leaving something behind. That is the part that weighs the heaviest. That is the part no one talks about. You will have to leave behind places that shaped you, places that hold the echoes of your laughter and the quiet trails of your tears, streets where you once walked freely, thinking life would always look this way, corners where your childhood dreams were born, rooms where you once whispered prayers in the silence. These spaces carry your history, and releasing them will feel like releasing a part of yourself. There will also be people. Some of them have been with you for years. They know your story, they know your struggles, they've seen your scars. They may not understand why you need to go. They may cling to you, asking why the change is necessary. Even those with good intentions may beg you to stay, not because they want to harm you, but because they cannot see what lies ahead of you. To them, your comfort here looks safer than the unknown future. But safety is not the same as destiny. The hardest part of destiny is always the goodbye. It is not the new beginning that hurts. It is closing the chapter you thought would last forever. It feels like breaking roots out of the ground, roots that held you steady, roots that gave you shade. But those same roots are now tying you down to soil that can no longer nourish you. If you remain planted there, you will not grow. Comfort is the enemy of calling. The truth is, you cannot stay where it is safe and expect to touch what is divine. You cannot cling to what is familiar and expect to rise into what is promised. The nest was once your shelter, but now it has become too small for your wings. You must stretch, you must leap, and yes, you must leave. But remember this, leaving is not betrayal. Walking away does not mean dishonoring your past. In fact, it is the opposite. You are honoring your past by allowing it to fulfill its purpose. Every street you walked, every door that sheltered you, every voice that spoke into you, they were all pieces of preparation. They were stepping stones, never meant to be permanent houses. By moving forward, you give meaning to all the days behind you. Capricorn, relocation will ask you to carry courage in one hand and grief in the other. You will mourn what is lost while celebrating what is ahead. That is the strange beauty of transition. Tears and hope mix together like rivers meeting at a crossroad. And though it may sting to say farewell, it is proof that you are growing. Proof that your destiny is bigger than your comfort zone. Think of a traveler who boards a ship. To set sail toward a new land, they must turn their back on the shore. They can still see it for a while, they can still wave goodbye, but eventually, it fades from view. That fading is painful, but it is also the promise of discovery. In the same way, you must allow some shores of your life to fade behind you so that the horizon before you can fully appear. And yes, there will be nights when you miss what you left behind. There will be mornings when the memory of old streets and familiar faces feels stronger than the excitement of where you are going. In those moments, remind yourself, I am not abandoning, I am ascending. I am not running away, I am being carried forward. Capricorn, the cost of leaving is heavy, but it is also holy. Because every sacrifice you make in this season is a seed being planted in the soil of your future. And soon, that seed will grow into a harvest far greater than the weight you feel right now. So let your goodbye be your declaration. Let it be the proof that you are ready for more. Do not despise the ache in your chest. That ache is the sound of chains breaking, the sound of destiny calling, the sound of heaven preparing the way for you. Remember, you are not abandoning your past, you are fulfilling it. And every step away is also a step toward the life that was written for you all along. Capricorn, when destiny finally carries you to the place prepared for you, you will know it instantly. Not because someone announces it, but because your soul will recognize it. The moment you arrive, the air will feel different. It will be fresher, lighter, almost as if creation itself has been waiting for you to breathe it in. Each inhale will feel like healing, and each exhale will release the weight of years you carried in silence. The rhythm of life around you will awaken something inside you that has been buried under routine and struggle. A spark, long hidden, will rise again like a flame refusing to be ignored. You will feel alive in ways you forgot were possible. The new horizon will not just look like a new setting, it will feel like the world finally aligning with the person you were always meant to become. This new horizon is not only about a location, it is about alignment. Suddenly, the very atmosphere will seem to support your growth. Conversations will feel purposeful, encounters will feel divinely arranged. Even the quiet moments will carry peace, not emptiness. Where you once felt drained, you will now feel poured into. Where you once felt confined, you will feel limitless. Capricorn, in this new place, doors that were sealed shut in the past will swing open as though they were waiting only for your arrival. The opportunities you chased before and could never seem to grasp will now come searching for you. What was once a closed wall will now become a passageway. Every delay you endured will reveal itself as a setup for this exact timing. Your creativity will expand. Ideas will come like waves, one after another, unstoppable and full of energy. Projects that once felt heavy will now flow with ease. The spark of inspiration will ignite within you, and you will discover talents and gifts you didn't even know were there. It will feel as though something dormant in you has been reawakened by the air of your new environment. And more than your creativity, your spirit will breathe. The suffocation you felt in your old season, the heaviness, the silent frustration, the invisible chains, will dissolve. In their place will be freedom. You will walk with lighter steps. You will wake in the morning with a sense of anticipation instead of dread. You will lie down at night with peace instead of the restless turning of an anxious mind. Capricorn, this is what relocation into destiny feels like. It is not only external change, it is internal transformation. It is when every part of you begins to agree with heaven's timing. Your heart, your mind, your body, your spirit, all will whisper together, "Yes, this is where I was meant to be." Think of a bird kept too long in a cage. The cage kept it alive, but it never allowed the bird to soar. The moment the door opens and the bird feels the wind beneath its wings, it does not hesitate, it rises. That is what this horizon will be for you. You have been kept too long in a space that only allowed survival. Now destiny opens the door for you to fly. The beauty of the new horizon is that it will also confirm your journey. All the tears you shed in the past, all the sacrifices you made, all the doors that closed in your face, they will finally make sense. You will see how the delays, the heartbreaks, and even the losses were pointing you to this place. Every no you received before was only protecting the yes that is now before you. Capricorn, you will also notice how your relationships shift in this horizon. You will find yourself surrounded by people who see you, who value you, who speak life into you instead of doubt. In this new place, you will not have to shrink yourself to fit in. You will not have to explain your worth to be accepted. Instead, your presence will be honored, and your gifts will be welcomed. The new horizon will carry not only opportunities, but also peace. For years, you may have lived in survival mode, always pushing, always carrying more than you should. But here, you will find balance. You will rediscover joy in small things, the sunrise, a quiet evening, the laughter of those around you. You will feel safe, not because life has no challenges, but because for the first time in a long time, you will know you are exactly where you belong. And here is the greatest truth, Capricorn. This horizon is not random. It was designed for you from the very beginning. It has been waiting, patient, until the moment you were ready. And now, because you have endured, because you have not given up, because you dared to trust even when you were tired, now the horizon rises to meet you. When you step into it, you will not just be moving into a new chapter. You will be stepping into the life that has been calling you all along. You will see it, you will feel it, and every fiber of your being will know, yes, I am finally home. Yes, I am finally in my destiny. Capricorn, the message could not be clearer. Pack your bags. It is time. Time to stop holding on to what has already served its purpose. Time to stop doubting the pull you feel within. Time to trust that where you are being called is greater than where you have been. You are not being abandoned. You are being advanced. Every delay, every detour, every disappointment was only preparing you for this exact moment. You have not been overlooked. You have been preserved. Destiny has not forgotten you. It has been waiting for you. Write it in the comments to seal this word. I am ready for my relocation. Let it be more than just words on a screen. Let it be your declaration, your step of faith, your answer to the whisper of heaven that is saying, "Rise, Capricorn, the journey begins now." Hold tightly to that declaration, because soon, very soon, you will stand in the place destiny has been saving for you all along. A place where your heart will feel lighter. A place where your hands will finally touch what they once only dreamed of. A place where every sacrifice you made, every tear you cried, every restless night you endured will suddenly make sense. This relocation is not just about movement, it is about transformation. It is not just a change of scenery, it is a rebirth of your spirit, your hope, and your vision. You will step into this new horizon not as the person weighed down by yesterday, but as the person shaped, refined, and strengthened for tomorrow. Capricorn, stay strong. Do not let fear convince you that you are not ready. Stay prepared. Do not let doubt rob you of the promise that is already unfolding. Stay expectant, for your journey into destiny is not ending here. It is only just beginning. And before you leave this space, remember, this word was not given to you by chance. It was placed here to awaken you, to encourage you, and to prepare you. So make sure you subscribe, because each word you hear from here forward is part of the map destiny is drawing for you. The call has been made. The bags are waiting. The doors are opening. Capricorn, it's time. Step into your destiny.